Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome in to the FC Podcast, episode numero 5. I am Killer Gunny&Toast with my partner and partner in crime, Toast78901. How are you, buddy?
Partner in crime? What the fuck did I do this time?
Everything.
Well,
Also, fun fact of the day here at the FC Podcast, because we like to be educational. If anyone's wondered how you say 5 in Hmong, it's Ching.
I think.
Thanks.
I think. I was told this by my sister. That could be totally wrong.
Yeah, there was a huge discussion that none of you would have heard.
Know of you?
No
yeah,
of
we're
you.
real fucking educational. This is how you use grammar.
That's
Pro
how
tip,
today's
you
been.
don't.
That's the kind of day today has been. Anyway, this is episode 5. We're happy that we've gotten this far. We're dedicated to this.
They don't want to hear this anymore. Get on with the show.
I think this has been 4 straight weeks that we've actually recorded a podcast, like 4 consecutive weeks. We skipped a week, I think. Or
We
did we
didn't
know?
skip
We
a
didn't
week.
skip a week? Okay, then that's
This
my
is
mind.
5 consecutive
Yeah, that's 5
weeks. Now
consecutive.
shut your mouth and get on with it.
First of all, we're going to get into some FC Battle Night coverage on today, Sunday, April 7th. The maps were strong side in the pit. How did your squad do tonight, Toast?
My squad didn't do too well at all.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah. We had a bunch of guys who are new to FC and aren't used to this kind of playing. I didn't have my main lineup because people didn't show and just yada yada yada.
Yeah, Legacy did a little something. 6-0. Anyway.
What was that?
6-0. Anyway.
Uh-huh.
The maps were strong side in the pit. I guess we'll start with strong side, which were really evenly matched. It actually came down to the final game, which was Dread Rogue and Cyberdyne. Cyberdyne came out with the win in a blowout, 296-76.
In a Hill 30 game, for those of you wondering.
And it was really evenly matched. I don't think Army got any consecutive wins until the last 2.
Done by Blue. Other than that,
Yeah.
it went back and forth with one tie. So
Yeah. And then on the pit, I mean, it was really that's Red's map. They won pretty convincingly as well.
Yeah.
The last 4 games in the rotation were all exhibition.
They started with about 3 wins, then Blue got 3 wins, Red got 2, Blue got 2 again, and then Red just started to dominate and pushed Blue out of it completely.
As far as squads are concerned, the top 2 squads in Blue were Legacy and Sparta. Legacy went 6-0, and Sparta went 5-2, or 6-3.
6-3.
6-3, not 5-2. And then the top 2 squads on Red were Vanquish, who went 4-0. They are now undefeated in the war. They're 6-0 altogether, and then Second Nature went 5-1. So yeah.
So that is your Battle Night coverage, in case you were too lazy to read any of the updates that Myth does.
If you want specific games as far as kill count and stuff, you can go to the stat book, which is located up at the top right of the website by the little stat book icon.
Gunny's retarded, so I'm going to take over here and move into FC news in general. For those of you guys who don't know, you obviously live in a fucking cave or under a rock. We have started a new month, which means a new member spotlight. Last month it was yours truly, because I'm just that sexy and awesome. This month, however, it's Harry the Chin.
He has a very hairy chin.
No, he doesn't at all. Turns out Gunny doesn't know this because I found out he doesn't even fucking read the member spotlights. Are you going to answer for your crimes?
I skimmed them.
You have committed crimes against FC and her people. What say you in your defense?
I skimmed them.
Okay then. Continuing on, go and read it. I've actually read the whole thing. Harry, you sound like a great guy. We totally need to chill sometime. I've actually also done some looking around through Halo Unity and a couple other squads and everything. Turns out you're also a part of another, seems like, clan, and you're leading that one. So definitely some interesting information there that I've just kind of found just by doing some digging on my own.
Stalker.
Call me whatever the fuck you want. I like to prefer. I prefer the term. Actually, I don't have a good term for it. Fuck it, I'm a stalker. In terms of other updates, I'm just gonna do this whole thing because Gunny sucks. Metkill also has a project that should be debuting soon. Although none of us know exactly what it is, we have a couple hints because of certain robotic Skynet-like features that have implemented all of our devices and sent us messages that we shouldn't have had.
Also, the site will be down for maintenance on April 9th. Just
Yes.
announced.
Just announced.
Yes.
So yeah, look forward to Metkill's project. I'm not going to give any of the details that I was supposedly leaked, if they are true, just for further surprise and building of suspense.
Yes, also, you're going to be listening to us on a Monday. And a week ago was April Fool's. And we had quite the occasion here at FC.
Woo!
We had the debut of Purple Army, led by the great Field Marshal Wookienos 002. And that was really great. You know, the High Command and the War Council put that together.
It was pretty sweet. We actually did a public service announcement. For those of you who didn't check it out already, it'll be in the multimedia discussion. Give it a listen.
The Purple Cast.
The Purple Cast. It was pretty interesting. It's only about 10 minutes long. Actually, it's like 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
And most of that is the outro song because we decided to include a whole one just for the hell of it. Only available on iTunes and Podomatic, unfortunately.
Kind of like a special little thing.
Special little thing, copyright problems. Oh, speaking of Podomatic, and we'll get back to the April Fool's thing here in a second. Gunny, and I know I've told you this before, we're actually within the top 50 video game podcasts on Podomatic now, thanks to you guys.
It's pretty awesome.
So it's growing. I mean, this is kind of a smaller site and everything, but they have some good shit up there. And to be within the top 50 just by people listening, and this is literally just from our iTunes listeners for the most part.
And just people who listen on the site in general.
Yeah, we're none of our YouTube views count towards us at all, and we're already in the top 50.
So if you guys were to switch over...
Who knows?
Who knows?
We may be number one, which means we'd be featured. And here's the cool thing about getting featured. That means people looking for a podcast are going to find us. Consider this recruitment. Do your duty to FC and listen to this the correct way. Although I'll keep doing the YouTube version just because I know it's better for certain people who listen at work. Back to April Fools, though. That was a hell of a thing. The forums were gone. Everything was Purple Army.
Yeah, it really was. All the current High Command members were banned, including Blackhawk, who always makes a scene, it seems. But this time he was extra specific to make a scene.
He was extra scenic. He was scenic, if you will.
Scenic, yeah, okay. Well, he's not very pretty, but...
Oh! Blackhawk, I think I know who your number one enemy now is. Switch it over to Gunny. Leave Legacy. Leave him hanging.
Please don't. So let's switch over to some video game news. First of all, you probably read the Kotaku article or other articles saying it, but LucasArts has shut down since Disney bought the Star Wars license. They've shut down LucasArts, which means all those projects they're working on, I believe they're working on, like Star Wars 1911 or something of that. 1313, that's what it was, 1313. Yeah. They canceled that, and also that was supposed to be Battlefront. I forget the name, though. They canceled that project, which sucks.
I was looking forward to those, but it's okay. What I've heard, at least from what I've done, they said it a bit on Kotaku, and from what I've seen from other sources, it seems like these projects are going to be taken up by other production studios.
Yeah, hopefully.
Most likely. So we could possibly still get these games and maybe even get them a little better because Disney sucks. Cough, cough.
Yeah, LucasArts has a place in my heart because they made some awesome games like Battlefront 1 and 2, and they also made probably one of my favorite games of all time would be Star Wars Republic Commando, which was...
I'm not sure if they worked on it. I can't think of the legitimate name. Somebody out here is going to shoot me for not remembering it. But my favorite Star Wars game of all time was the pod racing one on the N64.
Yeah, I played that too. I played that too.
Oh my god, no. See, you played it. I lived it. That was my game. Okay, I kicked so much dick in that fucking game.
Yeah, in the Kotaku article, they pointed out that when you think about LucasArts, it's really nostalgic. They haven't really done anything recently, which I think is part of the reason why they closed down.
It definitely could be. It's one of those things where the Star Wars market has pretty much, they've exhausted all features that they can so far,
for now,
in my opinion.
But then the new movies come out.
Yeah, when the new movies come out, they'll have a plethora of new things to go because there's going to be, tons of backstory and other things that they can do with it. Right now, I think they've pretty much exhausted most of their features. Because the only other thing that they can do is start getting in-depth to the storylines that were talked about only in the books. And for them, it's not as good of a marketing thing, if you know what I mean. Because no one really cares, except for die-hard Star Wars fans. And they're going to buy games regardless of whatever you talk about. So,
in other video game news, last week, BioShock Infinite came out. I heard great things about it, apparently. Apparently, it's a really good game. I was looking on Metacritic, actually. And it is the top-rated Halo, or the top-rated Xbox 360 game so far this year. Well, and I was skeptical because BioShock 2 is a piece of shit. I really enjoy BioShock 1, though. But BioShock 2 is this utter piece of fuck shit.
Maybe I'll finish number 1 and actually play Infinite.
And I was skeptical about Infinite, because I was like, I don't know, BioShock 2 is fucking terrible, but I'm hearing great things, so I think I'll play it. Also, coming out today, now that you're listening to this, is the Halo 4 title update. Woo! It's going to bring in the CSR, which is the ranking system. So it's not going to be visible on Halo 4. It's going to be on Waypoint. And then also the Castle map pack, which includes 3 larger maps, Daybreak, Outback, and Perdition.
And on top of that, we also are going to have the return of the Red X finally. That is something I've been looking forward to for a very long time. Something we've talked about quite a bit here on the FC podcast so far. And next week, look forward to us being able, in terms of our news, to be able to review this update. In terms of the maps,
yeah.
I know both you and I are getting these maps.
Yeah, I have the map pass, so
Yeah,
it'll
so
download automatically to my Xbox.
Yeah. We'll be able to take a better look at the CSR. I'm sure we could probably find some article on their algorithms and stuff, which I want to critique personally, because I have my own view of the way in which that kind of ranking should be done.
Yeah, in the last update, they were talking about how it's supposed to be run, and basically, you know, it's not going to be visible online. It's stupid.
Which
is so
bullshit.
Stupid. It's so stupid. They think that that's going to stop people from making second accounts.
It's not.
But basically, to be on your profile, everyone's going to start at 0. It's going to be based on your wins, not really personal performance. It's going to be based on winning, which I guess I would like something more specific.
That's a horrible ranking system.
That's how Halo 3 and Halo 2 were.
On a win basis?
Pretty much.
Primarily. Because here's what I'm saying. If you're looking at win basis, say I am the only good player on a team full of randoms that suck dick and I'm carrying them, but I can't secure the win because I'm going against a clan or some shit. That's a loss in my book. That makes me look bad now according to their ranking system.
Don't go in with randoms.
Well, I know, don't go in with randoms. I mean, that's pretty much the moral of the story. But do you see what I'm saying, though? Okay, so even then, say you go in with a couple other guys and you want to play, I don't know, say you guys are just really itching to play big team and you only have 4 people and the other 4 people decide that they're going to fuck around and destroy your vehicles. There you go. Now your rank goes down because of stupid people.
Yeah. Actually, if any of you go to Halo Tracker, their ranking system is I believe specifically like individually based. Like they rank you on your individual skill at 1 to 50. I thought that was really interesting. I actually never really visited Halo Tracker. I knew it existed, but we were talking to Platinum the other night, and he was really talking about it, so I decided to look it up. And it's a very interesting site. They have everything from Halo Reach to Halo 3 to Halo 4. It's a very interesting site.
So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the Halo world right now. I'm waiting for the new Spartan Ops, personally. I want that back.
Oh, new Spartan Ops. Well, I don't know about that, but
I want it. I personally love Spartan Ops. But yeah, there's your Halo 4 update, essentially, in terms of FC news. I think we pretty much covered everything big.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except for, the fact that the 5th episode of the FC podcast is coming out, which I
the
think
most important day of the
That's
week.
the most important news is Monday. It comes on Monday. It's the best shit ever.
Monday.
Actually, better news.
Monday.
Next week, we'll actually have the 6th episode up, so that's even bigger and better news because we're that important.
Yes, the 6th episode.
Already thinking ahead. So you guys, now that we've pretty much covered all of that, including Battle Night coverage, consider yourself filled in. We will be back right after this break.
Stay tuned to the FC podcast. welcome back into the FC podcast. This is Killer Gunny talking to you along with my partner Toast, and we have our guest for today's show. Toast, who do we have?
We have the very elusive Zukov, also known as Z. Do you mind if we call you Z? What do you want us to call you, Zukov?
Who's that?
The person that we're interviewing.
Can I be Z?
You can be Z, yes. I thought
Okay,
you were
I'll-
Z,
I'll
but
be
yes,
Z.
you can be Z.
I'll pretend to be Z.
Okay, he's gonna pretend to be Z, apparently. Apparently it's an
Pretend
act now. So, we'll ask you first then, this new Z, apparently you were the new age Z. What is your,
it's too complicated to be Z, but
well then, what is your name and how old are you?
that's a little personal, this thing. I mean,
It's very personal. We want to get to know you on a personal level, wink wink.
I thought I was Z. I'm confused. So
Well, yeah.
am I gonna... Okay.
You're gonna have 3 personalities now, so who are you?
So I got Z, I got Zukov, and I got Joey, right? That's like this other
Joey.
guy.
Is your name Joey?
This interview is off to a great start.
Yeah, my name can be Joey. I'm okay with that. I'm alright with that.
And how old are you, Joey?
I'm 22. Zukov's 13 though.
Zukov is
Don't tell
13.
anybody. They'll think I'm a pedophile.
Why are you touching him?
No. They're just,
Are
it's
they
them.
separate people, or are they one and the same?
Who are you talking to at this point?
You're talking to the host of the SD podcast, Killer Gunny 132,
No,
and
I know who I'm talking to. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Zukov, or Z.
Okay. Well, okay, which one?
Okay, we're gonna talk to Zukov instead of Z then, and ask Zukov how he got his gamer tag.
Okay, well, so there's this land that's like, it's not here, it's like over there, right? And it's called Spira, right? And in this land called Spira, you have, like, this place, and, the place is called Home, right? And this place called Home, it's a true story, guys. This place called Home has, these people that speak this language, and this language is called Albed, right? And it is my other name, not Joey, not Zukov, and not Z, translated into this language, and that's where Zukov comes from.
Can you
And Z is just because Z is the first letter of Zukov.
can you explain like what is all this about? What is this in reference to?
Well, it's in reference to, I told you, this place called Spira and this town called Home.
Well, yeah, but like, what does this have to do with like? Is this from a particular series, or did you just make this shit up?
Dude, I don't remember.
This interview is
I
off to
thought
a
you told me-
fantastic start.
You told me these questions were gonna be easy. You didn't tell me this was gonna be like, the STD test or something.
Actually, you know what? Do you know who you sound like, Zukov?
Brad Pitt?
No, you sound like that blue bird on the regular show.
Oh
that?
God. Fuck you! Fuck you!
Like, that's
Fuck
exactly
anyone
who
in
you
this
sound like.
community who watches regular show, that and fucking, what do you call it? What's the other one that's like hella shitty?
Adventure Time?
Adventure Time. Yeah, there we go, that one. Fucking bullshit ass, stupid new age cartoons that suck dick, that shouldn't even be fucking marketed towards older audiences. They're crap, they're hipster pieces of shit, they're not funny. Grr, that was my little rant for
I
the
think
show.
it's
You
funny.
guys should watch Power Rangers.
No, Power Rangers is the shit. I will give you that one.
Well, you're my new best friend. You've moved up a step on the homie list.
There we go. Wait,
Oh,
where
man.
am I on the homie list actually?
I don't fucking know. I don't watch that shit all the time. Would you think I have, no life? I do
Alright.
things, right? Like, get drunk, smoke cigarettes, and play video games. Like,
So let's get this interview back on track.
what were we talking about? Let's go.
Zukov, how did you join FC?
Well, I typed in fcwars.net on my computer. Actually, no, it was on my phone. And then it said I think it said create or register. I don't remember. I typed in the stuff that it said and filled in the fields and, it sent me an email and I looked at that and then it's, you know, it was like, here you are, and you're on FC, and, that's pretty much how I joined. I mean, that's, you know, long story short, I mean,
About when was this?
I don't know, like, Christmas time area before.
Okay, so he's.
How did you find out about FC? Let's put it that way.
Oh, that guy Kazul and Mythonian, I think, was in there, and Max Doggy. I think those are the three that actually recruited me.
Okay. How did they recruit you?
That's
Like,
a hell
what
of a party to get
circumstances?
recruited by.
They were talking, okay, so we were in a custom game and they were talking about stuff and I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. It didn't make any sense to me. It sounded kind of random. And I was like, that actually sounds really cool. Can I be a part of this? And they were like, sure, go for it. And I was like, okay, good. What's the site that we're talking about? He's like, oh, it's fcwars.net. And I was like, alright. So I did the rest of the stuff that I just said.
That's a riveting tale, old chap.
It was pretty intense, you know?
So, now that you're part of, FC and you have been for a bit now, what exactly is your role in FC?
I'm kind of like the ace of all trades, right? I kind of do everything. Like, you know, I'm like, you know, super badass. I'm, you know, yeah, I pretty much do everything, right? I got like, I don't do shit really. I get on Halo every now and then. I update a roster occasionally. I get moved around from like position to position like every 2 days, it seems these days. I was CO of Optimum, I was XO of Blue Phoenix like towards the very end of it. And then I went CO of Optimum, then I was XO with Gunny over a battalion, the Kadarn, but whatever. And then they just moved me back down to, the Flannel Nix, or whatever the fuck it's called. Company.
A-Links?
Yeah, that shit. It's too sluts.
Okay, well
then.
you also run a blog on FC that, you write up very often. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I type stuff. There's stuff to talk about with. I usually just, just kind of fart onto my keyboard and see what spells. I mean, sometimes you can get some good pressure going, and like,
Okay.
you clenched ass just right, and then it like, really lays into the keys, and the next thing you know, it's just like, it's just going off, and you just come up with this shit that people laugh at, and I don't know. My butt is a very comical thing. Not like, you're supposed to laugh at it or anything. You know what? Next question, please.
Alright then, recently, and this has been a bit of a hit around, FC, is you started this FC of Thrones. So, why did you decide to, start taking, Game of Thrones characters and start putting FC people to it?
Well, so you have like the homie list, right?
Right.
And then, that like, people stopped paying attention to that. And I was like, well fuck dude, I'm gonna lose all these homies. So I'm gonna make fun of people. And I was watching Game of Thrones, and the new season came out. For those of you guys who don't watch it, you can go kill yourself now because nobody loves you.
Brandon.
Talking directly to you.
Hey, I am gonna watch it, I just need to catch up on it.
Oh, okay, well, catch up.
Well, I've been busy with shit, fuck you.
Dude, so? You just like spending time in the bathroom taking a shit for 3 hours long? Like, what are you doing that's so important that you can't watch it?
I am too busy taking shits to watch Game of Thrones. That's totally what's going on, Zukov.
Can't you just like carry your TV? Like, you got an outlet by your sink? I mean,
I'll just start taking my laptop in with me whenever I shit.
There you go.
Watch
It's
Game of Thrones while I shit.
Dude, why do you think they call it a laptop? Like, I mean, dude, that's what I do. I'll fucking play guitar while I take a shit too, man. Like, I've written some badass songs on the pod, dude. I have some poop stories, man. Like,
Would you like to tell us any of these poop stories?
I think that'd be great.
well, like, here's a good one. So I'm looking at this list of FC of Thrones. So we'll go back and forth here between shit and more shit. I'm looking at this FC of Thrones thing, which is shit. And people love shit, right? So, I don't remember what I was going to say about that. Oh, right. Next to it is a picture of me. And I'm pooping in that picture and nobody knows. It's a secret.
I am dying over here for those of you guys listening that can't see me.
And the thing about it is, I need another cigarette, but the thing about it is that, you would never guess it because I'm so good looking even when I'm pooping that it's just kind of like, you look good. Like,
You're an elegant shitter.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go and look at this picture right now. I want to see the picture.
Dude, go do it. Go do it. Do it, dude. Like, when I was at work, I had one of my coworkers read one of my blogs. I was like, here, tell me what you think about it like this. You're gonna have to edit this shit out. It sounds like it.
Oh, no, I'm gonna keep this in here.
People love shit.
This is a shitty lighter. I don't let it go in here. It wasn't they were picking it. And I was like, well, yeah, that one.
Well then.
Later.
Speaking of shit, I'm looking at the blog right here, and in the comments, one of the first things you say is, oh shit.
Yeah, like shit, that guy looks good. Let's see how many times we can say shit. You should have a little counter in the podcast, like how many times like rip off of South Park,
No. Speaking of which, you listened to the last podcast, and I was incredibly tired and just pissed off from travel, so I said fuck every other word, and didn't you turn it into like a drinking game?
I would've.
I seem to remember you saying, I'm gonna take a shot every time Toast says fuck.
No, it wasn't me that said that, but that's smart. Whoever came up with that's a very smart person.
The official Forerunner Conflict drinking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Listen to the podcast, and every time Toast says fuck, or just curses in general, take a drink.
Oh, dude, I'd already be wasted.
Yeah, you would.
I mean, it depends on what you're drinking. I mean, if you're just drinking beer, then, hell, I'd be about where I'm at now. But like, if I was like, taking a shot of whiskey or something every fucking time, like, I'd be pretty thrilled. What were we talking about? Oh, right, the fucking FC of Thrones. So I'm trying to think, Gunny's not on there right now at the moment, which I'm gonna get there. And, you guys have y'all's little thing. I'm trying to think of what I should do Gunny as. I'm starting to think I'm gonna make him Theon Greyjoy's fucking sister.
Oh god.
Cause that's just convenient, like Toast touched his sister, like.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Actually, this will go out to, this will be one of our questions this week for those of you guys listening. Send in either a comment on the forums or actually put it in your fucking listener mail, which is what you should be sending instead of posting on this fucking forum.
What's that email address again?
The email address, thank you Zukov, is Forerunner Conflict Podcast at yahoo.com. It's really fucking straightforward.
Wait, why the fuck is it a Yahoo? Who the fuck uses Yahoo? Really?
I use Yahoo.
That was Brandon's idea.
It's way better.
Dude, Gmail, Live, I mean.
I cannot stand Gmail
really?
at all. I hate Gmail.
You know what you should do? You should make a YouTube, a Facebook, and a Twitter for the FC podcast. That would make you fucking professional.
Why would we use the Twitter at all?
Use the Forerunner Conflict, YouTube.
And the Twitter account.
Do you have a Facebook?
Forerunner Conflict actually has a Facebook and a Twitter, and last time I checked, I'm pretty sure I at least update the Twitter, cause it updates when I post the video, so.
I'm gonna follow that and say fucking stupid shit to you guys all the time.
But yes, those of you guys out there, post either in a comment or in the listener mail, which is where you should be posting, or talking to us at, and let us know what role you think Gunny should play in the FC of Thrones. Do you want him as my sister so I can touch him, or do you want him as something else? FC will decide.
Yeah, he could be the lover boy, or the lover girl, the whore that, fucking the midget brought in and the dad was all pissed off. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
With the accent. You could be that guy. You could be the super hot chick that's like about to bang Joffrey.
Oh, yeah, the princess or the queen or something like that.
Yeah, she's hot, dude. She's like the hottest character in the fucking show.
That's why Gunny is preventing me from coming over on Sundays to get these podcasts recorded.
Totally.
Well, no, only the scene that
No, you need to hear this. He apparently doesn't want me over while he's watching Game of Thrones, so my assumption is that he's fucking beaten off to it.
It's that pedophilia when she's
Totally.
walking through the scene, right? When she's like walking through the poop when they dump it. And then is that a spoiler?
That's what Gunny gets off to. It doesn't matter if it's a spoiler, that's what Gunny gets off to.
If you know what I'm talking about, then Well, I did the best part in the fucking the fucking episode that just came out. Like, she walked through poop, dude. I mean,
walking through poop was the best part of the episode. I don't know about that, but
This fucking poop.
poop makes the episode.
This isn't like porn, dude. It's shit. How is that not the best part of the fucking episode?
'Cause it's shit. I thought that was pretty, like, self-explanatory.
Alright. Well, I got a couple questions for you guys.
Oh, well then.
Okay.
Since we're asking. Let's see. Hold on, let me get my notes. Toast 78901.
Yes.
What is your favorite color?
My favorite color, it's either a darkish blue or a black.
Like his heart.
That makes
Faggot.
okay. Killer Gunny 132. Yeah.
Hi, sir.
That's it. You have like 3 numbers. Where do the numbers come from? Where are you guys getting these fucking numbers? Both of you guys. Where are y'all getting them?
I had to in order to get the gamer tag.
Well, yeah, but couldn't you just come up with something different?
I could have. I actually don't remember the thought process of Killer Gunny 132 because my older gamer tag was Charging Gunny with no numbers, but I thought Charging Gunny was stupid. So I picked Killer Gunny 132.
Well, it sounds hell a lot cliche. What the fuck am I talking about? It sounds a lot less cliche than Killer Gunny 132. Toast, what's with the fucking numbers, man?
Look at your fucking keyboard and look at one hand stroke, 7890, and then just one.
That is so fucking lazy.
It's just a simple hand. Yeah, it's fucking laziness is what it is, but that's how
Why didn't you just do 1, 2, 3, 4 and be cool like the rest of them?
Because that's fucking gay, and everyone does do 1, 2, 3, 4, so I went 78901.
See, I mixed mine up because it was 132 instead of 123.
It's still fucking gay.
Boom. Mine boomed.
So if you don't have like, so wait, if you're not on like, if you don't have like a numpad and you're just on a normal keyboard, how do you do it?
What do you mean?
Well, like, I mean, it's not, you have to, I mean, I guess you could use one hand, but you have to move.
Well, yeah, you have to move, but I did the 1 just because I didn't want to leave it on a 0. I don't know why I felt weird doing that.
That's gay. Gunny, what's your favorite color?
Thing.
Probably green or red.
It's not. Yeah, it's fucking red. No. This motherfucker went like 6 years of our friendship claiming that it was red. Yes, you did, claiming that it was red. And then the other day I said something about it and he was like, no, it's green. I was like, what the fuck do you mean it's green? No,
it's been
not.
green and red.
It's because of my profile. My profile looks so badass because of all the green that it makes you like green. The color green is amazing, you guys. So, you know. How old are each of you guys?
We're both 19.
Oh, you need to grow the fuck up. Do either of y'all have a job?
I've been trying. No, look. Gunny hasn't been trying for shit because he's a lazy ass rich kid that gets whatever the fuck he wants. And I've been fucking trying since I was like 16, and the job market in Sac is shit.
You live in a
it is. That I will give to Toast. It is a shitty job market.
And I thought you were 16. I didn't think you were a sperm.
What?
Wait, what?
You live in a sack.
Okay, well.
Oh god, here we go.
Sacramento.
Oh, Connecticut, okay.
Sacramento, California.
No,
we're in Connecticut now, fuck you.
I'm in Connecticut. I actually might move to California, which is where all the hippies and beaches and...
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not hippies and beach. Well, then fuck that. I'm gonna move to Connecticut. What the fuck is in Connecticut? Why not Colorado? Anyways, let me think of another question. Have you guys ever, like, touched wieners?
No.
No, but I actually have a funny story.
Well, you're from California. I mean, you never know. I mean, there's some weird shit that
That's San
happens.
Francisco.
Oh!
Not all of California.
Here, no, I'm gonna give you guys a couple stories here about Gunny, and he's probably gonna be mad at me here. But, we were, okay, this is gonna sound like a really gay setup, but, we were over at his house. It was me, Gunny, and our best friend, Cass. He will actually be back soon, and if you guys have noticed, we bring him up a lot.
Maybe he'll be back. We don't know.
Maybe.
Kazul?
Yeah.
Are you guys talking about Kazul? Kaz?
No, Cass. Like with S's.
Cassidy.
Kaz.
But, he will
Dude,
be
S's
back.
are
Actually,
okay, Kaz.
he'll be recording the behind the scenes footage that we're gonna release at some point. But, we were over there and Gunny's like, we're gonna watch the All Time Low video. And I'm like, no, All Time Low is gay. And he's like, no, we're gonna watch it. And so we're sitting there watching it, and at
It
one
was like
point,
2 in the morning.
It's 2 a.m, and at one point they're all naked and they get into a shower together, and they
I
apparently,
remember that.
apparently as a band, they circle jerk, and I was talking about how it was, and I'm sitting there on Gunny's bed, because we're in his room, and he looks me dead in the eye and he goes, "Let's circle jerk." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "No, we're circle jerking." I was like, "I am not." And then Cassie was like, "I'm down."
Yeah,
And
Cass was down for it.
You guys are fags. Dude, I've never heard of this show, but I think watching it deems you gay, like, off the bat. Like,
It's not a show.
at least weirder than me, and I'm pretty fucking weird.
It's like a music documentary.
Yeah. A music documentary or a musical documentary? That's a great idea.
Dude, we need to start making musical documentaries. Zukov,
Dude,
let's
that's
capitalize on this.
Yeah, dude, let's do it. That sounds fucking smart. I mean, okay, documentaries, boring. Musicals, boring. Musical documentary. Actually, Toast, you might find a documentary and a musical boring because you're a nerd, but
I like both of them.
musical documentary is just intelligent.
I
love
both
musicals
and
and documentaries.
So
I do too, to be honest with you. I love Fiddler on the Roof, and fucking Super Size Me was retarded because there was another documentary after that came out that was about, like the chick that actually got burned, or no, it wasn't Super Size Me. I was thinking, never mind, ignore that. You can edit that shit out right off the bat.
I might keep some of these just for fucking funsies.
You should just like edit everything except for, oh, you should edit that out. Oh, well, you should edit that out. And then that way it's just me saying, you should edit that out. For like a whole 3 minutes. It's just like filler.
Oh, God. But no, actually, recently, speaking of musicals and documentaries, I've been fucking like digging the soundtrack from Les Mis for like weeks.
From what?
Les Miserables.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll say okay just to make it quicker.
It's good shit.
That's cool. Is it like a musical?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
originally a book by, back in the, I want to say either late 19th or 18th century, and they ended up putting it to like Broadway style, and then they did a film adaptation, and it's very good.
That's pretty cool. So that song, do I get to pick my exiting song? You know, when you guys cause you guys did that song, like you did like Smashing Pumpkins last time. I was like, yeah, I'll actually keep my headphones on and not like fast forward through the fucking music in between, cause usually like your breaks are really long and annoying. So like, you should play the entirety of a song, but it has to be the full song, and you have to play Mars Volta Tetragrammaton, the whole thing. It's a 16-minute song.
Yeah, it's 16-minute long. No, we're not gonna do that.
Dude, you did 2 hours, there's time for 16 minutes.
It's not gonna be 2 hours. It's gonna go back to being 50 minutes, so.
Yeah, last episode kind of ran a little longer than we thought it would.
I had 2 hours of entertainment. What did you guys have? Do you lose like the people these days, kids these days, and their short attention spans and 30-minute TV shows. When I was a kid, we had like 2 hour long TV shows and shit. Like, come on. Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, those shows are fucking long as hell.
Yeah, they're like an hour long.
Yeah. Like, who
Exactly
doesn't?
an hour long. People only have an attention span for an hour. So speaking of which, sorry Zukov, but we're gonna have to bring out the hook here and rip you off stage.
Oh, that's an asshole move. But you should definitely play Mars Volta Tetragrammaton, the whole fucking song.
We might. We will see about that. If you guys are listening on iTunes, you guys will be able to hear whether or not we let Zukov have his song. I know I won't put 16 minutes of it up though. I'll edit a section of
Probably
it.
a portion of it.
Yeah.
Well, it changes, so like, you gotta put the good spots. You should just you should play like, little like 1 minute segments like, of just splitting the whole song. Like, go from like, 1 minute, like, 0 to like, 1 minute, and then like, 2 minute to 3 minute, and then like 14 minute to 15 minute, and just like cut it, and just like, instead of cutting off the end or the beginning, just cut out little middle sections.
I will see if I can find a way to make that work, Zukov.
Dude, it's not that hard.
It's hard to make it sound natural and right without making it sound choppy.
If you can record a podcast, you can cut out the middle of a song. It's like cutting a slice of pie. Except for you don't eat it.
Alright everyone, Zukov apparently can continue talking forever, so we will be right back after this break. Zukov won't be here anymore. We will have already thrown him out a window. And, we will...
But you'll have heard a very good song. At least some of it.
You will have heard a very good song. So yeah, guys, everybody stick around. When we get back from the break, we're gonna talk a tiny bit about recent stuff with Halo 4 as well as getting to our listener mail. So, thanks for listening, guys.
Stay tuned to the FC podcast.
Bye.
This is a public service announcement from the Forerunner Conflict podcast team. As you heard at my conclusion of the last segment, we said that we would cover Halo 4 stuff when we got back from the break. Unfortunately for you, that's already been covered, so this is no longer relevant. However, fortunately for you, we are covering a discussion in the next segment about superheroes and their superpowers, one that I think everyone at home should love.
Welcome back into the FC podcast. We want to thank Zukov for coming on and talking to us. That was definitely one of our more
Colorful,
unique,
interesting, unique
interviews we've
Other
ever had.
synonyms for what the fuck?
Yeah, he had come to us after that interview and asked to be on more of the show, and I think that was enough of Zukov for one segment.
For one show.
For one show, in one
Yeah.
segment.
Yup. Sorry, Z, we love you, but to get back to the world of normal people.
Yeah, so we're back here at the FC podcast with Killer Gunny 132 and my best buddy and fucking partner in crime, Toast 78901, and he wanted to tell us something.
So, yeah, this is what we're going to talk about today. We need something to pretty much fill things, but I didn't want to go into a full segment, so I thought we'd have a discussion, Gunny. We're going to have a bit of a discussion that you and I have kind of had in private a bit about superheroes.
Superhero.
Which, considering that we're a community of gamers, there's plenty of dorks here that can probably speak to this. I'm going to give you guys my definition of what makes a superhero a superhero. Condition number 1, they must be of human origin. Condition number 2, they must have some kind of power that makes them super or gives them abilities better than the... gives them abilities greater than that of the normal human being. And number 3, they must have these abilities by natural birth. And what I mean by that is, you'll kind of see when I start to whittle things away, is it has to be something that is inherent in them.
What do you mean by that?
Essentially, and here, we'll actually get to that when we start knocking some people down, because people will see what I mean. Okay. So let's start and just kind of go through some famous superheroes and why I think that they can't be called superheroes. Most famously, or I'd say most famously, is Superman. He's the god of superheroes. His super is in the fucking name. Not a superhero.
Did you ever play Superman 64?
Yes, I did.
It was a terrible game.
It was terrible.
You played through rings the whole game.
Yup.
Like you fly through rings the whole game.
Yup. But back on track, not a superhero. He's an alien. Yeah. He's not of human descent. Cannot be considered a superhero.
He's from Krypton.
Yup. Cannot be considered a superhero. He's a hero, for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But not a superhero.
For sure.
So, next one's considering that you and I have been playing a lot of, Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, Batman. Not a superhero.
The Dark Knight.
He has no superpowers.
Bruce Wayne.
He is smart. He has technology up the ass, and he has more money than he knows what to do with.
The world's greatest detective.
He's a great detective and a great vigilante, but not a superhero.
Yeah, he's a rich guy who has a bunch of tools.
Speaking of which, that rules out Iron Man.
Same thing. It's just he's kind of a smartass.
Yeah, he's way more of a smart. He's not as as somber as Batman. Batman is like, my parents are dead. My parents are dead. I can't kill a thing. I must be fair to everything.
He's like every Screamo song ever.
Tony Stark is like, fuck you, bitch. I do what I want. See my money? I got bitches. I don't give a fuck. Mm. Anyway, continuing on. Aquaman, I believe, isn't human. Mm-mm. Yeah, he's not. He's technically not human. So, he is not of the genus Homo sapien.
Aquaman.
So, he is not considered a superhero, even though he has lame-ass superpowers anyway. It's a fucking waste of time.
Call in the Dolphins.
Yeah, call in the Dolphins. You guys, hey, Gunny, have you ever seen the, what do you call it? The, Robot Chicken episode?
Yeah.
After the BP oil spill?
Yeah.
And he comes in and he's like, you're gonna pay for what you've done. And they're like, well, we already paid a fine. He's like, you paid a fine? And then he's like, yep, we paid a fine. And he's like, oh, well then. And he goes back to the fucking fish and he's like, well, they paid a fine. And they're like, to who? And he's just like, oh. And then they just fucking kick his ass and Swordfish kills him, which is just great. So, another one, and these aren't necessarily always heroes, but I mean, you can essentially... Gunny's dying over this.
I just remembered another Robot Chicken. The Master Chief one.
I didn't think I saw that one.
You were here when I watched that. I fucking tipped milk over because I was laughing so hard.
I didn't see it.
Because he fucking walks up to Sergeant Johnson and his gun's out of him.
I'll translate. He walks up to Sergeant Johnson and his gun is out of ammo.
And he has a needler. And Sergeant Johnson has like a sniper. And he's like, can I have your sniper for a needler? And he has this blank look. And Sergeant Johnson's like, and before he can respond, Master Chief runs off with the gun. And goes off and just keeps firing.
Okay, back on topic, because Gunny's like dying. We're both tired. I'll put it that way. Essentially, also, what I'd like to say in terms of inherent abilities and all that, as you can kind of see what I'm weeding out, especially with this next big one, this essentially rules out any of the X-Men, or anyone in the X-Men universe, not the X-Men universe, but anyone having to do that. They're mutants.
Mutants.
Which means that it's not legitimate, just full-on human DNA. It's not inherent. It's because of mutation that they have these abilities. Same goes for Bruce Banner. If it weren't for, I guess you can consider the Hulk an anti-hero. But even then, just he technically does not have a superpower.
I think he's also
that isn't from mutation. Yeah, it's from mutation, gamma radiation.
Yeah.
Let me think. Yeah, the Flash. I can't remember how the Flash got his powers. Do you remember?
I don't either. I want to say he was born with them, but I don't think that's right.
Okay. Well,
we
we
Flash
look it
flashes
up.
People.
Well, wow. While I look this up, we're gonna continue.
We're doing research here at the FC Podcast because everything we say is backed up with many sources and time of research.
Yep.
Because we're professionals.
Oh wow, there's also been multiple Flashes. Okay, it's kind of like fucking Robin, where they just kind of add a new one every couple years.
Robin also Vigilante.
Yeah, Vigilante. Well, I mean, for sure.
And Nightwing also.
Yeah, for sure.
Hello,
for
guest. Sure. Bat Kid.
Okay, yeah. Flash got his through chemicals and lightning, not of original origin. So there you go. We already cleared up the Flash. Wonder Woman is an Amazonian, and they have their own thing going on, so I wouldn't consider her to fall under these categories. I mean, we've pretty much weeded out Thor. Thor got his power bestowed by the gods. That doesn't count at all. And I think we can pretty much just kind of conclude so far that I can't think of any of the major ones that are.
How about
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye.
Well, I mean, Hawkeye's only ability besides the, electronic quiver that he has that has a bunch of attachments is his ability to see. And I can't remember if that's a bio enhancement or if he was born with that. Mm-hmm. I think he might be more. I don't feel like doing more research right now. Just because I don't want to eat up useless time. Yeah. But Hawkeye, are we just going to go through all the fucking Avengers? Because that's pretty much what you're going for here.
Avengers!
Assemble! Anyway, Captain America, no, he was a government project. So that's not a superhero. Who am I forgetting? What's her name? Why can't I? Black Widow. There you go.
She's just like
she's
secret
just
agent.
a trained operative. Yeah, she's just a trained operative.
Yeah.
Like, there's no superpower there. That's something that technically anyone with the right amount of training could attain, much like Batman.
But yeah, if you guys have some differing opinions on that whole debate, send us in some questions on our listener mail.
Yeah, listener mail, Forerunner Conflict Podcast at yahoo.com. I'll also accept a personal message, but I prefer if you guys use the actual email, just because it's more listener mail-esque.
Yeah, we had to set that up and everything.
Yeah.
We want to use it.
Yeah, we want to use it, definitely. But yeah, if you guys have either a differing opinion as to, is my criterion for superhero too rigid, I would say no. I would say that it's completely legitimate. Because here's my argument. People would say, well, Superman has these powers, and he's not human, but they have powers.
Alien.
Well, the reason why a superpower is called a superpower is because it's a superhuman ability. If you're not human, by default, you can't have a superpower, according to that definition.
Yeah, kind of. When you look at the Doctor, like, I mean, he can regenerate and stuff, but to us that's weird. But to other Time Lords, that's not weird.
Yeah, that's completely
just
fine.
Par for the course.
Yeah, if you put fucking Superman back on Krypton before shit went down, I mean, that's fucking normal.
Yeah.
He's just an alien. That's not anything legitimate there.
Yeah.
So if you guys either have a differing thing, go ahead, or if you guys can do some research, I mean, they have, Marvel and DC wikis that you can probably... I spent
the internet's a thing.
I spent an entire night with you, actually, breaking down. We looked into, like, the off-the-wall ones, like fucking Ant-Man and shit. And, this also extends for villains, because I can't think of just anybody that legitimately has a superpower is what it is. I guess that's my complaint, is there's no such thing as a superpower.
Yeah, they're like all mutants, or they're just evil
They're an alien, they're a mutant, they got it bestowed by some form of god or other entity, or they got it through some chemical accident.
Yeah.
But there aren't any that are just inherently born with the ability to do something. And I know you brought up, well, what about intelligence being a superpower? Because, I mean, you could say, like, certain people like Stark or Batman, that their intelligence is unrivaled or that kind of thing, which even then that's
They're
debatable.
Geniuses,
Yeah, but then, I mean, okay, then fucking Albert Einstein's a goddamn superhero. Fucking, there you go. Yeah. I mean, it's not a very good criterion, essentially. So, guys, definitely send us some mail. I'm going to let Gunny here talk about some of the listener mail that we got this week to give myself a break real quick.
Yeah.
Pretty much dominated that one. Thanks, Gunny.
We actually got some listener mail in this week. Thank you for the 2 people that sent in listener mail. We got Razgriz and we got Bubba Bishop. Our first letter is from Razgriz, our founder.
Okay, there's our listener mail. So,
Okay. So here is the letter from Raz, and I quote, "Oh, hi," spelled H-I, or A-I.
H-A-I.
"Here's some listener mail for you for next episode, guys. It was great being your guest in episode 3. I'm always open to help with any more segments if you need. I can talk about more stories, like Raz's story time, where I talk about the stories of FC and past wars more in depth, maybe 5 to 10 minute segments. Also, play some more music! I love music, mostly the same stuff like, but I look up Pendulum, Blood Sugar, play that next time, smiley face. Also,
winky face.
Winky face.
That's a winky face.
I
He's
see what
coming
you did
on
there.
to us.
I want your dick too, Raz. Also,
all over my computer! Continue, asshole.
Also, I still need help with my recruitment video. I still don't have help. Keep plugging away at the podcast. Still loving it. Raz. Yeah, that brings up a good point there. His recruitment video he's working on, he's still looking for people to help with that. He's definitely looking for someone to help film it with a capture card, so if you know someone or you want to help out, contact him through the forums.
Just go ahead and message him. Don't even wait on us or anything. Just message him directly.
Thank you for the letter, Raz.
Oh, I also apologize for that burst of laughter, which I'm going to include because that was hilarious. When you said that you wanted his dick, I lost it, and I almost spit the tea that I was drinking all over this goddamn computer, and you would have had to pay me for cleanup.
I would have.
Yep.
I would have had to
I
pay
would
you.
have blamed you.
I'm sorry for being funny.
Our second bit of listener mail comes from one of our most dedicated listeners, not saying that Raz isn't. There are actually quite a few people that are very dedicated. And that is Bubba Bishop, my other Brandon in the community, on top of Anarchy, who is obviously not the best Brandon because I am, and a couple others.
Hi, Anarchy.
To which he says, and I quote, "Dear Breakfast Lord and Gunny," the Breakfast Lord thing will be explained here in a second. I rather like the large video game debate, but I was disappointed that Conker's Bad Fur Day didn't make either of your single-player lists.
Great game.
It was a great game, and here we go. That game redefined what was acceptable to put in a game, the raw obscenity not seen since. On top of that, the humor and over-the-topness of the game truly set it aside from most games. While I can understand your choices, could I hear your thoughts on that game? Before I go any further, let's give our thoughts on this real quick. The game was fucking bomb.
Yeah, I actually didn't play the original on the N64.
I did.
I played the remake on the Xbox Conker's Live and Reloaded, which is the same thing, just a graphics overhaul.
That can pretty much explain why my mouth the way it is, because I grew up with Conker.
Yeah, the only thing they added was they added like a multiplayer mode. But it was a great game. I enjoyed it. It's a beautiful, like cartoony kind of
Raunchy
sailor's
as
mouth,
fuck.
raunchy, awesome game. It combines a lot of different gameplay, like platformer, third-person shooter, puzzle game.
It's got a
into
bunch of
one.
stuff. And yeah, I know. We even talked about this extensively, Bubba Bishop, when I ran your boot camp, and we talked about how great a game this was. So our thoughts on this game, it's great. Didn't fit into the thing just because, I mean, if I started talking, it would definitely be in my nostalgia top 5.
Definitely.
It'd be in my nostalgia top 5. To continue on with what he said, he also asks, whatever happened to the whole Church of Toast idea that Toast had? It sounded like an interesting idea, but you never followed up on it. And he concludes with sincerely, Bubba. Well, sincerely, Bubba, I can tell you that the Church of Toast is coming. It is something that we are waiting on until we essentially get our own place in the forums. Which again, that's totally not me trying to pressure Myth or anybody into giving it to us. Just if we ever do, that is where it'll be included, which...
Peer pressure.
I'm not even trying to, like, give them peer pressure. I'm just saying, like, that's something that I would want contained that I don't feel belongs in any other forum. So, until we have our own section of the forums, there's actually quite a few things that I can't do. Like, I want to set up that whole donation thing.
Yeah.
But I'd want that in our own forum. Just a bunch of stuff like that. So, whenever that ends up coming around, whenever we are deemed worthy to have it, I'll be able to set all these things up. Mm-hmm. And that'll be the Church of Toast. That'll be the donation drive. We already got a couple people promising codes that at least I got a couple messages about. I don't know if you did too.
Oh, yeah. I got a message from Zukov asking about that, and he thought it was a really cool idea.
So, so we'll be able to set all that up soon. In terms of listener mail, unfortunately, we only got 2 this week because...
Let's get more.
Well, hey, this is a step up from the one that we used to get. We just were getting personal response messages, and this week I'll actually forgive people because our episode this week was totally overshadowed by the April Fool stuff.
Yeah.
Because it came out on Monday, April Fool stuff happened, and everything went to hell.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hell in a handbag.
Hell in a handbasket. Handbasket's not a handbag.
I grew up with hellbag.
You grew up with hellbag. Anyway...
Tortilla.
Don't even get me started,
Inside
white boy.
jokes.
Don't even
Inside
get me
jokes.
started, white boy.
Funny.
So, so definitely send us in this, I'm gonna cut that part out.
Words.
Definitely, maybe I won't. I'll keep it in for comedic sake. Fuck it, we already fucked up this podcast. We had a bunch of weird shit with Zukov. You know, I'm just gonna upload this completely fucking unedited. Fuck it.
Like, the nickname for this podcast is going to be the Weirdcast.
That's gonna be the Weirdcast, yep.
Episode 5, aka
Weirdcast.
Weirdcast.
So, definitely send us in some listener mail. We got 2 this week as opposed to the 0 before, so that's good. Send us questions, definitely respond to the superhero thing, talk about anything that you want to hear brought up, or anything you want to set on the show. And to close us out, I'm definitely going to play the song that Raz recommended just to, suit Raz's needs, so.
On the iTunes version, if you're listening on YouTube, you're not
on the
hear
iTunes, yeah. Unfortunately, if you're on YouTube, I can't include any copyrighted information, so sorry about that, guys. So, once again, from the team here at the Forerunner Conflict podcast, thanks for listening, have a great week, and as always, stay classy.
it. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
You need to stop.